Good afternoon. This afternoon, as advertised, we're going to take you on a whistle-stop, topsy-turvy journey through the history of the church. A warning now, if you are a history nerd or a purist, there's the door. Most of it will be sort of historically kind of accurate. Are we not switched on? Sort of kind of accurate, but there is quite a lot of creativity going on as well. So please strap yourselves in and enjoy the afternoon.
Good afternoon. I am St. Catherine of Alexandria, and it is my pleasure to be the producer of today's Jollities. My role is to seek out interesting bits of stone or wood or glass to appear on the stage and be interviewed and reveal what they know about the church. I am in fact the first to be interviewed, and I'm very excited because today our interviewer is a celebrity saint and historian. So here, known for her programmes on how to feed a dragon and, how to cure postnatal piles with frog spawn, is St. Margaret of Antioch.
Thank you, Catherine. It's very nice to be here, but I do think, to start with, I probably should say something about myself. You may well wonder, what is a girl from Turkey doing in the middle of Somerset? And why has she got a dragon stuffed down her cleavage? Well, there's a story behind this. I was born, it's all slightly vague actually, 4th, 5th, 3rd century, nobody seems to know. But I was a Christian at a time in a place where it was not a good idea. And my father, well, he was a bad man, not nice at all. And he wanted me to marry this lecherous old Roman. And I refused. Wouldn't you? But as a punishment, the devil came to me in the form of a dragon and ate me up. Not nice, I don't recommend it. But fortunately, I was wearing my crucifix and I tickled the inside of the dragon's throat till he threw me back up again. And all was well, until I got decapitated. Why am I in Somerset? I was a very popular saint. Somehow, people believed that because I'd been in the stomach of a dragon, I was the appropriate saint to deal with women's problems, pregnancy, things like that. So I was very popular, and there was a statue of me up there, in the church. Is that enough about me? Oh, are you really bored? Well, why don't you tell us something about yourself? Let's start at the very beginning.
Let's start at the very beginning.
Not now. Well, my story is a bit similar to yours, actually. Around the same time as you, but in Egypt, I too refused to give up my Christian faith or my virginity, so the Romans had me tortured. One of the things they tried was a spiked wheel, but God shattered that miraculously. So in the end, they decided to behead me, just like you. We had a tough time of it, really. But I don't really understand how I ended up here.
Ah, I can enlighten you on that one. Just as I was a saint for women and their problems, because you were so young, you were the saint for young girls. So you had a statue up there as well. You dealt with teenagers, you know, acne, boyfriends, angst. And I dealt with piles and prolapses. We were very popular.
It's all a bit misty. Did we have an old guy lying down next to us?
We did. That's Jesse, the prophet. He's still there. Do you not remember the bad times?
What was the bad time?
We were smashed up. There were men with chisels and hammers, and they chopped us all up. You don't remember that? We were put into the niches and plastered over. Do you not remember any of that?
Well, sort of. I do remember a blank blackness, and it was ever so quiet.
It was very quiet, wasn't it? Very black. I wonder what happened in the church while we were behind there. That's what I want to find out today. And you've been finding me lots of people to interview, haven't you?
Yes.
Who have we got?
Well, I'm very proud of this first one. Bit of a coup. I found the Virgin Mary and the baby. But
Oh, my fluttering heart.
she's not exactly a barrel of laughs, so one for you, I think, Mags.
Oh, don't call me that. Oh, dear. Mary, you don't look exactly a picture of heavenly radiance. What's the matter?
I haven't slept in weeks, and I'm sore everywhere.
I know. It is hard, isn't it? Even if the baby is the Messiah. Do you think it would help to think about something else? We had a Virgin Mary over there, near us. Was that you?
No. I'm much older.
Oh.
I'm from that Barbados over there.
Oh, sorry.
We were built in around 1440, and you came later in 1470. And frankly, you lowered the tone of the entire church. All those rowdy prophets and kings, especially David, his bleeping harp, all the sing-songs you used to have, keeping us awake.
Oh, how rude.
In fact, there were 3 of me over there. One with my mum, St. Anne, teaching me to read. One with the angel Gabriel, and one with just me and him. You'd think my mum would be able to help with the baby, but she's absolutely hopeless. We completely lost her head.
Oh dear. Do you think if she did have her head, she might be telling you to brace up? Let her help us out here. We sort of remember the bad time and the time that of the blackness, but we're a bit vague about what happened after that. Can you help? Can you remember
Yes, it wasn't as bad as the first time. There was a lot of noise, and then, we were out in the church, but all in bits. And there were some people there in very weird clothes going, ooh, alarm, and deciding what to do with us. Very luckily, they decided not to chuck us away. But it hasn't been easy since then. I need to go and see the Messiah now.
Oh. Stay a virgin. But she realises the Messiah has no head. Awkward.
But Mary did offer us some interesting insights. I think I'm starting to remember a little bit more now. I think after the men in funny clothes had finished looking at us, I think we were put back again. But this time it was not so dark and I was with a load of other bits.
Oh. But the Virgin Mary has depressed me rather. Who have we got next? Have you got someone more cheerful?
The next chap is cheerful enough, but I warn you, he's incredibly stinky. Oh my God.
I see what you mean. He is very scruffy and very stinky. Why are you so scruffy? Who are you? And what's with the camel?
You don't remember me, do you?
No.
I was up there on the reredos with the rest of you. I'm John the Baptist.
You must remember him, Margaret. He used to love waving his rotting camel at us just for a bit of fun.
Yes, I did. You used to really annoy me, you up there in your fancy niches with people praying to you. Who did you think you were? Anyway, I've forgotten my lines, as you will have observed, and I hope that I shall be prompted by...
Yeah, you're John the Baptist then, not John the Evangelist.
That's correct, yes, I'm John the Baptist, not John the Evangelist, up there with his soppy eagle in the top row, thinking he was God. No, I was a member of the family, and I'm very important because I'm Jesus' cousin.
But what about the camel?
This is Alice.
Oh, Alice.
Alice, it is not just any camel. Alice is like a badge, a special badge to identify me as the big JB, able to survive out in the wilderness with just a camel. And what's more, she's got a special song. Shall we sing it?
Alice the camel has 3 humps.
Alice the camel has
3 humps. Alice the camel has 3 humps. So go, Alice, go. Bum, bum, bum. Alice the camel has 2 humps. Alice the camel has 2 humps. Alice the camel has 2 humps. So go, Alice, go. Bum, bum, bum. Alice the camel has 1 hump. Alice the camel has 1 hump. Alice the camel has 1 hump. So go, Alice, go.
Rapturous applause, rapturous.
Well, that's all well and good, but now you're just a pair of feet.
Yeah, I did have a head once. I remember it was chopped off and held in front of me on a platter, just about where my eyes, well, if I'd had my eyes, where my eyes would have registered it. It was all most unfortunate and involved a rather unpleasant lady by the name of Salome.
Ah, so you were decapitated too, joined the club.
Oh. Yeah. But it's not bad being just a pair of feet, is it really?
No, it's not bad just being a pair of feet, really, is it, Mary?
Margaret.
Alice, Catherine.
Shall we sing the song again?
Why don't we sing the song
We
again?
will
And join in. Alice the camel has 2 humps. Alice the camel has 2 humps. Alice the camel has 2 humps. So go, Alice, go.
Bum, bum.
Alice the camel has 1 hump. Alice the camel has 1 hump. Alice the camel has 1 hump. So go, Alice, go.
Whoa. Oh. Oh, phew. Who's the next one? Can they be a bit more fragrant?
Try this one.
awkward. This program's meant to be about stones, and she's made of wood.
I heard that. And yes, I am made of warm wood. Far more interesting than you dreary stones. People actually look at me.
Catherine, this is an angel. Behave yourself. Which angel are you? Are you Raphael? Uriel? One of those really dodgy, obscure ones?
I am Angel West 3. I'm the only one with writing on my middle.
Oh, well, what does it say? It looks a bit like a tape measure.
No, it's a mystery. There's quite a few mysterious things about us, like why are our wings stuck on? Why do we look so bored, enigmatic? What does it all mean?
Do you chat about it?
Well, I do when we're having our nails done.
What?
Yes, you see, all of our nails need to be painted black. Unfortunately, the last time mine were done, they put my hand on slightly wrongly, and now it's all awry.
But it must be nice to have other angels to chat to.
Well, it is, although I lost my best friend.
How could you lose her? What do you mean?
Well, she was Angel West 1, though actually her name was Lucy Fur, and she fell off.
Fell off? Well,
Yes.
Was she put back?
No, she just disappeared.
Oh, that's so sad. Did the bad time affect you?
No, we were above it all. But they did plaster over the wall, the ceiling over there. Have I got something more to
I
say?
think you possibly have. I think you were ignored for hundreds of
You're
years.
right. You're so right. I was trying to forget it. We were neglected for hundreds of years. We fell into a slightly shabby state. But then we were repainted, and now we are spectacular. I heard someone say we are a singular example of 16th century carving and carpentry.
It must be interesting hearing what people say and seeing what they do. We were stuck right over there, and then we were plastered over, so we never really saw anything. Has it changed?
Yes and no. It used to be all about buildings and money, but then it was about building things and spending money, and now it's all about buildings and money, but it's about raising funds and mending buildings. I suppose some of the things haven't changed, though. Everyone always comments about how cold they are. More recently, there's the question, where are the toilets? And of course, the favourite.
Is
this the cathedral?
Thank you, Angel West 1. That was very interesting. Now just flutter off and give our love to the host next time you have your nails done. Black fingernails. My mother would have called that common.
Well, that's nothing. Have you seen the boobs on that pulpit? Apparently, there's also a very rude bottom on the tower.
Have you got someone else for me, more serious now?
Well, I'm not too sure about this next chap. Haven't managed to get much out of him. But he is absolutely gorgeous, so I'm interviewing him.
Stop. Too gloomy. Can we have something more cheerful? Enough. What's happening? Jerry and the pacemakers?
Sorry, before my time.
But I agree with you, he is lovely, and that hat.
Well, first of all, could you start with telling us your name? Can you talk at all?
I am the man who has seen affliction under the rod of his wrath.
Right. But who are you?
He has made my skin and my flesh waste away. He has broken my bones.
I reckon that hat tells us he's a prophet. Why don't you try some?
Job?
He has besieged and enveloped me with bitterness and tribulation.
Oh, poor thing. Art thou Elias? Oh.
I think this is making him worse.
Yes, all these questions aren't doing the job, and to be honest, his lamentations are bumming me out a bit.
Oh, lamentations. Jerry and the pacemakers. Let me try something. Are you Jeremiah?
O virgin daughter of Zion, as vast as the ocean is your ruin.
That's lovely. But can we help you? What is your problem?
I suffer. I lament. I just want to find my torso.
Oh. I do sympathise, though. I would love to find my head. But these were all people who we might have met in our time. Have you found anybody later, when we were behind the plaster?
I have found a woman who's got lots to say. She looks a little bit grumpy and determined, though, so I'd watch out.
Grumpy women. I've defeated a dragon, remember? I can deal with grumpy women.
Yes, but you did end up being decapitated.
Oh, true, yes.
Let rogues and cheats prognosticate concerning kings or kingdoms' fate. I think myself to be as wise as he that
She does look grumpy. What's your story, dear? Do you need a bit of saintly help?
Yes. Where were you two when I needed you? Mind you, we didn't really do saints because we were Protestants. But it would have been good to have someone to talk to when things got tough. Because they got really tough.
Oh, well, we're here now. Tell us everything. Start at the very beginning.
Let's start at the very
Not
now.
My name is Widow Trim. My husband, Valentine, has his memorial over there. Actually, I wrote the verse on it, and it's really rather good. Would you like me to read it to you now?
Perhaps later. First, tell us about your life.
Oh, well. Wells was a lovely place to live. My husband Val and I lived on the Liberty. We had a gorgeous house with stables and walled garden and all our grand friends living nearby. And there were parades and pageants and fun. And there were lots of houses being built in Wells, and the almshouses and such. and everyone was happy. And do you know that gorgeous plate that's used in church on special occasions? Well, the mattock plate. It was a gift from my friend Elizabeth Mattock in memory of her husband. My gift to Val was my poem. Shall I read it now?
Not yet. Well, that all sounds great. What went wrong?
The Civil War, of course.
Oh, we know about that. We were made in 1470 in the middle of all that hoo-ha. Do you remember, Catherine?
Oh, yes. Red Rose, White Rose, Edward, Henry, Richard. It was all such a muddle. Did we meet you then?
No, not that war. It was Charles and Oliver and Rupert. I lived in the 1600s. Oh, it was all those men that ruined my life, squabbling about I do not know what. And Val would get involved. I wanted to go to our place in the country, in Wookey, and lie low. But he wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
What was that?
Oh, it happens all the time. He just won't settle.
No, I won't.
Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. There were soldiers everywhere. Some were supporting the king, some were supporting Parliament. It was chaos. And they did a lot of damage to the cathedral. And I don't know if you know it, but there are a lot of dead soldiers from that war buried in this place.
Yes, we're here.
Val supported the king, which was a pretty stupid thing to do. He even became under-sheriff in some royalist organisation and was fined £40 for his pains. Oh, and his friends were silly too. Once, at dead of night, they came into this church and removed the king's arms and took it to our house to hide.
That was such fun.
Oh, I wasn't having it in our house.
Miserable, though.
But they must have hidden it somewhere because I can see it's back in church now. Oh, and even after the fighting ended, things were bad for men like Val. And then the plague came. Oh, I did my best to stop Val from being involved, but he was so stubborn.
You mean I was noble and heroic?
Oh, do give up. It's what killed you in the end, you silly man. If you'd just been sensible, you'd have lived to see Charles on the throne. It only happened a couple of weeks after you died. I'm going to read my poem now.
Oh, go on then.
Worn out with business and disease, here's one laid down to take some ease, that what in his life he scarce could have, he might at length find in the grave, less to himself than others, just a faithful friend, a husband dear, a careful father lieth here. If any or all these move thee, friend, give cheer to his memory.
Thanks. That was special.
Special.
Well, now I think we have someone that you'll really get on with. You've got so much in common. Definitely one for you, Maggie.
Don't call me that.
It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go.
Funny outfit. But that Red Cross, are you a crusader? Have you been rampaging across Europe, defeating the satanic hordes?
I'm certainly not a crusader, but I suppose you could
struggle in Europe against the enemy. In this instance, the German Emperor, Kaiser Bill. I'm Emily Davies, and I was a commandant of the Voluntary Aid Detachment for the whole of Somerset in the Great War.
When was that?
1914 to 1918.
Oh, so men are still fighting.
So it would seem, sadly. Anyway, I was involved in a whole lot of different organisations. In Wales, the Mothers' Union, the Girl Guides, but my main role was at the Convalescent Hospital in the Cedars here in Wales during the war. That's what I got my MBE for. We looked after the soldiers. They'd been wounded, nasty physical wounds, and terrible effects on their memories.
Oh, that's just up my street. I've got some wonderful new remedies. Would you like to hear them? I've got one for gout. Here it is. You salt an owl and bake it until it can be ground into a powder. And then you mix it with boar's grease and to make a salve and rub it on. Well, I've got one here for cataracts. Take the gallbladder of a hare and you mix it with some honey and then you put it on with a feather over 3 nights. You should try it.
No. They sound interesting, but we use slightly less messy methods these days.
But Catherine was right. We've got so much in common. We must get together one night and have another chat.
Maybe.
Well, what a lovely lady.
I think I've seen her obituary, actually. It says, she was a very active woman, taking part in all matters appertaining to the welfare of the city. Her lovable character, her sound judgment and practical sympathy will be cherished by those with whom she came into contact.
That is splendid. I want one like that.
No, Margaret, you're just plain bossy.
Oh.
These next ones, I didn't exactly find them. They found me.
Our devoted sister.
They insisted on being interviewed.
Oh dear. Well, this sounds more cheerful.
Yes.
Who have you found for me?
Well, let's start at the very beginning.
Now?
Now.
At the very beginning, it's a very good place to start.
We need to sort something else out first. Are they for me or are they for you? Are you all virgins? Over to you, Catherine.
Okay. Well, who are you?
Well, I'm Letitia Sarah Tudway.
And I'm Henrietta Frances Tudway.
And I'm Augusta Tudway.
And we're the Bells of Wells.
And do you have a memorial in the church?
Well, we don't have any stones, but we do have a window. It's over there in St. Martin's Chapel.
It was designed and painted by our sister Emma. She's the serious one. And I had to help. Boring. And I had to paint a bit of the one that our mother painted.
Oh, well, where's that one?
Oh, it's right at the East End. Actually, it is a bit sad, because it was for our little nephew William, who died when he was only 2.
Oh, it was much sadder than that.
Look, we don't don't want all this serious nonsense. We don't want to end up like Emma, because we like dancing.
And flirting.
And having fun!
Yes. That's why we're dressed like this, because we're going to a fancy dress ball at the town hall.
If you don't mind me saying, you seem a little bit posh.
Yes.
Perhaps more cathedral people. What are you doing here at St. Cuthbert's?
Well, actually, that's quite interesting. Lots of our family are here. There are memorials over there. There's an older one under a carpet somewhere. And some of our ancestors were terribly important, MPs and things. We had plantations in Antigua.
We can't talk about that, Henrietta. But I will tell you the real story of why our family is here and not up the road. Ages and ages ago, we were rich and important. One of our ancestors was a vicar choral at the cathedral.
Get it right. It was 1683. His name was Charles.
Oh, they were all called either Charles or Clement. If I have a son, I'm going to call him Tarquin.
Oh, shut up! This is my story. Let me get on with it. This Charles was a vicar choral, but obviously he didn't really enjoy it. And he was a bit of a bad lad by any accounts. Anyway, on one occasion he asked if he could take a leave of absence. But he was probably going up to see the ladies of the night in St. Thomas Street. To meet some ladies of the night, of course, but the cathedral refused. And he
tore off his cassock.
And threw it down on the floor.
In the cathedral.
Shut up! Shut up! It's my story. And he walked out and never went back. And his family were absolutely disgusted with the cathedral. And since then, they've always come to St. Cuthbert's. Ah, well, that's quite a story. Thank you. Do you know anything more about your family's connections?
No, you've heard enough about it. What we want to do is go dancing. Yes.
And flirting.
And having fun!
Look at the boys.
Come on, sisters.
Come on, girls. Bye.
Well, cheerful enough for you?
Absolutely. I'm absolutely exhausted. Are there any more?
No, that's everybody.
It must be the end of the episode then. So it must be time for tea. So thank you very much for watching, and do join us later for tea. And thanks to all the cast. Come on, you lot. And the musicians. Yes, for our musicians and our technical support. Thank you. One more bow then, Shaq.